You said you've never been.
Good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to see you. Let me tell you one thing, I'm already in France. Yep. You probably remember the last time when I was in those beautiful mountains in the border of Spain and France. I was there in the mountains for 2 days because I loved snowboarding, but it got too expensive. I had to rent it, but then after 2 times I was like, okay, now it's getting out of hand, and I stopped. But I stayed a little bit more in the mountains and I drove through those beautiful landscapes. It was amazing.
Ma peine pour grandir, et puis la tienne pour m'enfuir. Je veux le jour pour le remplir, je veux tout court, et puis le dire, je veux mes rêves.
I parked here in this little village. It's so cute. And I'm just filling up some water in this my tank so I can have a shower. So starry.
I've gone crazy, couldn't you tell? I threw stones at the stars with the sky.
Found a shop that was selling these. Look at this one. Pretty, huh? I'm carrying it just like you should.
Never have you had your heart on the floor, I could do it.
He has been sitting there
I could do it.
for like 20 minutes.
I'd surprise you.
It's really beautiful. I drove through those little mountains and also through some little small towns in France. I feel like the little houses are still so traditional and they have those really beautiful volants. I thought that looks so beautiful, and just the whole setting, this whole setup of those little narrow streets really reminded me if I was in the 1900s. So it was really beautiful and I enjoyed driving through those little towns. But then my heart led me through the sea, and I've been really happy here. I also met a Spanish friend here last night and we had dinner together, and he played some live music inside the van. It was beautiful. We had a great time.
Back then, it was on the street, I'd find real tiny towns. And I'm sure you're planning on me.
I don't believe in anybody who feels the way I do about you now. I better don't sing. I know some of you are probably saying, oh, you have to be careful to not let any strangers into the van, and I understand your opinion, and a lot of you probably already know that I am a really super open-minded person, and although that some incident happened before in my travels, I don't want to live based on what happened to me once. You know, I've traveled for 1 year and a bit more, and you know, if you let those bad things affect too much, you will always live in fear, and I don't want that. I mean, if I travel solo, I think the whole purpose for me is to get to know those countries, the people, and of course to see a lot of beautiful landscapes. But at the same time, I believe that that's how you really get to know a country, you know, seeing the locals, meeting the locals, and really dig into the culture. And I think that's why I can speak so many languages and I have so much knowledge about different food and the habits and behaviors, and I think that's beautiful because I can connect with so many people. It's mostly the people that I will always remember through my travels, because I'm telling you, if you've seen, because after traveling for that long, hey, come in. Sorry, I was just doing a video. You, because I was just talking about you.
Yeah?
Yeah. What I wanted to say was, if you get to see so many places and so many beaches after a while, it gets really routine. And what makes it special, the travel itself, are the people that you are meeting and seeing. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Albert. Going to Irun
because
Oh yeah, you're going already?
I must take the bicycle, my friend.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So, and you going to surf?
I have to get the fin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to get the fin and then, I don't know. Yeah, it's really flat.
Yeah.
Pen je water? 9. 999.
Where you go then?
I don't know. I think, well, I gotta go to Decathlon. I want to buy those
Okay.
things for surf.
Yeah, binocular.
How's it called?
Monocular or binocular.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you too.
So much.
Yeah, and maybe.
Yeah, maybe
next
see
time.
you again. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
another beach.
I'm traveling.
And bye bye.
Peño.
Doggy. No le gusta. Bye.
See you. Have a good trip.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, look at this little cute boy. Aren't you the cutest? Yeah. So, this is how it has been. And if you're wondering, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you on how I have been going to the toilet here in the streets, this is a real big thing for me right now, you know. I mean, I'm gonna show you. You basically just cut this in half and just use it as a little toilet. Don't judge me, this is life. And then you just get it out into the in the drowning where the water goes, you know, on the streets. Gully in German. I don't know the English word. So yeah, the van has been standing here for the last 3-4 days. And then I want to just really tell you that horrible little story that happened to me. That really weird story. Here you see where I park. Really just in the middle of the street. But it was important for me because I really wanted to be close to the ocean. So that's where I'm standing right now. And we're gonna go with Penny for a walk in his little cute raincoat because it has been raining. And yeah, I even know that some of you guys were asking me, why are you with the guy in the van singing, and what's with Joao? Is he not going to be jealous? But I think, you know, he trusts me, I trust him. He knows I'm traveling by myself, and if I meet girls or boys, it doesn't change anything because he's the one I fall asleep with at night on the phone, and that's all that matters, right? So I'm just having a good time, and there is no such thing as jealousy, and I think this is the basis of us having a far distance relationship, because if he was really, really jealous and not trusting me, I think this whole system wouldn't even work, right? Oh, maybe we'll walk a little bit more to the beach side and, you know, we have a little bit of a better view. And that's what I mean, you know, they have those really beautiful houses and they look so cute, but I really want to fix up my surfboard. So that's what I mean, those little houses, but here they are way more modern. If you go to the countryside where the mountains are, oh, they are so cute and so old. It's really beautiful. Look at this little boy, he's having so much fun. He loves to run. He just loves it. And I love to see him running. It makes me so happy to set him free. Oh god, it's just raining. I have to protect the camera. Oh gosh, it started to rain so heavily. I'm gonna search a little bit of shelter right here just now, and I wanted to tell you that really shocking story actually. Oh my god, it was so weird. 3 days ago I sat here on the stone to look out to the beach to see how the surf is, to look at the waves. And as I was sitting there, there was a guy in a wheelchair and he came to me and he didn't speak no English, so at the start I tried to speak French, but then it got too difficult that we had to use Google Translator. So he was in his mid-40s or something, and we started to have small talk, like what I'm doing, and I told him that I'm traveling, and then he told me that he's a photographer, videographer who connects with disabled people who are trying to share their sexuality, because it's such a taboo topic. And at the start I thought like, wow, that's so great, you know, it's so amazing, because people are a little bit scared about it, especially when it comes to disabled people, maybe wondering how it is, right? So at the start I was thinking like, wow, that's amazing, and I even took a picture with him. Yeah, and then later we talked and kept talking about how he has people from Germany and Holland, and how they're more open than the French people about it. And I was like, I thought it was quite interesting, because I think we rarely had the chance to meet somebody who is disabled and to talk about those kind of things, right? So as we keep talking, he just all of a sudden showed me a video of him masturbating, and I was so shocked. I was like, in the moment I was like, I really didn't know how to react to it. And I said, you know, you don't really have to show me, I can't imagine how it looks like. I was only curious if it even works. And then I tried to be polite, because not only because he's in a wheelchair, I would be polite to everybody because it's just my nature. But I was really, really overwhelmed with that situation. So I cannot say that this was a full-on harassment. We never know what that other person is going through. You know, no matter what issues other people have, in my opinion, I think we should always try to be understanding, and we should always be the better person in situations like that, right? We should never put ourselves down to their level. So I tried to understand why he was doing it. It was hard to say if it was harassment or not. I mean, he didn't physically touch me or anything, but it was definitely an awkward situation. And I think I'm just gonna be really honest with you, and I'm not saying this kind of thing happens to everyone, but it's sort of weird, right? That some girls maybe even have to face this kind of problem sometimes. Anyway, not everybody is like that, and yeah, I just really wanted to tell you because I was really shook. So I think it stopped a little bit, the rain. And I'm gonna make the effort now to try to get into the surf shop. Okay, I'm very unlucky. Yeah, I was here yesterday and the day before, and the shops are closed. Maybe it's because it's off season, but I don't know, they just have been closed. Oh, I think I gotta drive to a bigger town, maybe, because it's not too big here. It's like a small town. Oh, I just want my board to be fixed. Okay, let's drive to somewhere else. Maybe I'm lucky there. The weather is getting better. There, it's so beautiful. It's like really nice and wow. And over there is Spain. I think the best part about traveling Europe is just that you can get to see so many different countries. We do experience a lot of different landscapes and different cultures, you know. It's like one day you go there and it's totally different, and you go there and it's totally different, you know. I just love it. It's so hilarious. Can you wait, that's perfect, baby. You look perfect. Come here. You look perfect.
Let's get right to it.
And dry.
I know I will. I know I will. I know I will. Well, I know I will.
I was just on a mountain all day long because I didn't really know what to do, and now I'm going off because it's quite fresh here, and I'm gonna head down a little. This is the view for tonight. I have the city right underneath me, so I'm actually pretty happy with it. Just having some shadows in between.
Oh yes, I do. Well, I know I will.
Hi.
I know
So I was just doing my laundry and I thought, oh, maybe just the light turned off. And then I wanted to go out and it was locked.
Impress you, I will. I know.